And tonight I just invite you to come to a comfortable seated position before we get started. Allow yourself to settle onto the mat, growing tall through the spine. And close the eyes, begin to soften the shoulders down away from the ears, allowing your hands to just gently fall, resting upon the thighs or the knees. And taking a deep breath in through the nose, exhale side out. Taking one more breath, just like that, expanding into the belly, growing into the chest. Exhale, let it go. Allow yourself to release. To release the mind, release any thoughts that you might still be clinging onto. Dedicating the next 45 minutes of your practice to just existing on your mat and in this space. Allowing yourself to move gently into a child's pose. Knees can be out wide or together, yogi's choice. Allowing the body to rest over, extending through the fingertips, releasing the forehead down to the mat. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh out as you soften into the mat. Feel supported, feel grounded. And beginning to cultivate that ujjayi breath. Inhale and exhale through the nose. A slight constriction at the back of the throat should sound like ocean waves, growing that heat within. On your next inhale, beginning to crawl your hands off the right side of your mat, reaching through the fingertips, expanding into the left side body. Breathing here into the space. Sinking the hips towards the heels as you reach through those fingertips. Inhale, bringing it back through center. Exhale over to the opposite side, extending through the fingers as you breathe into the right side body. Expanding, creating space. Inhale gently to come back through center. On your next exhale, rising up into a tabletop position. Stacking the wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips, tucking the toes as you spread the fingers wide. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the spine, tucking the pelvis, allowing the crown of the head to fall. Beginning to move with your breath. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable, tuning into the body. Allowing yourself to draw in any creative movement. Feeling that release. Moving through one more round. Meeting with a flat spine. Inhale, sweeping that right arm towards the sky. On an exhale, thread it through, coming onto that right shoulder, crawling the left fingertips above the head. Breathing here, allow yourself to tense up onto the fingertips of the left hand. Allowing yourself, if you wish to explore balance, maybe a bind, reaching that left hand over behind the back body for the right hip. Maybe you lift that left leg. Slowly beginning to unwind. Planting that left hand, right arm reaches up high. Exhale, hand to the mat. Inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale, thread it through. Coming onto that left shoulder, crawling the right fingertips above the head, tensing onto those fingertips. Breathing here into the space. Option to find the bind, reaching behind the body for the left hip. Maybe playing with balance, lifting that right leg. Gently beginning to unwind, planting that right hand, sweeping that left arm high. Exhale, releasing that left hand to the mat. Beginning to hover the knees here, engage the core as you press the mat away using the hands, creating space between the shoulder blades, pressing active in the heels, engage the core. Taking a deep inhale here. On your exhale, keeping those knees lifted, sink the hips back. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, sink it back, keeping those knees lifted, engaging the core as you move. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, sink back. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Coming back to center, finding a downward facing dog. Sending the hips up high as you begin to pedal out the feet. Bending into the knees. Releasing the hips, the hamstrings, bringing in any movement that feels good. Gently finding that stillness. Bringing a gentle bend into the knees as you reach those hips up higher. Pressing the mat away, grounding into the hands and the feet. One more deep breath in. Exhale, side out. Inhale to gaze forward, beginning to tiptoe the feet up to meet the hands. Finding your ragdoll deep bend in the knees, taking a hold of opposite elbows. Bringing a gentle sway to the upper body, a release. Shaking the head, yes. Shaking it, no. Releasing your bind. Planting that left hand beneath the chest, twisting open to the right. Right arm reaches as you begin to straighten through the right leg, bending deeply into the left knee. Feels comfortable in the neck, gazing up towards the ceiling. Right hand releases down, left arm reaches. Twisting open to the opposite side, straightening into that left leg as you bend into the right knee. Gently releasing that left hand down. Inhale, hands to shins, creating a flat spine, staying in this pose. Focusing on engaging the core, rolling the shoulders up and back, opening in the chest. Staying with that L shape in the body, begin to reach the arms back, extending through the fingertips. Lengthening through the spine, creating that space in the front of the body. Gazes directly down to the mat as you extend length through the spine, through the neck. Breathing here. Begin to reach the arms forward, extending through the fingertips here, noticing how that feels, feeling that stretch in the back body. Continuing to breathe. One more deep breath in. And exhale, fold. Slowly beginning to roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Allowing the head and neck to come up last. Meeting at the top of the mat. Big toes to touch, engaging the thighs by lifting the knees. Inhale, sweeping the arms up high, palms to touch. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Bend the knees, relax the neck. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up, palms to touch. Exhale, hinge, fold forward. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, stepping your right foot back, followed by your left, holding an our plank pose. Active in the legs, engaging the thighs. On your exhale, dropping your knees, followed by your chest and your chin, hugging those elbows close into the body. Releasing the tops of the feet, inhale, cobra. Exhale, releasing down. One more cobra here, deep. Inhale, open the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Tucking the toes. Inhale to your tabletop. Exhale, down dog. 2 deep breaths here. Inhale to gaze forward, exhale to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift and lengthen, exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep that, palms to touch. Exhale, hinge, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen, exhale, flow. Option to drop those knees. So move through our vinyasa, inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to gaze forward, bending the knees as you hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up, palms to touch. Exhale, hinge, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, flow, high slow plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to gaze forward, bend the knees, exhale to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen, exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up, palms to touch. Exhale, hinge, fold forward, moving through one more sun A. Inhale to lift, exhale to flow. Meeting in our downward facing dog. Taking one deep breath in, exhale to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen, exhale, fold. Find chair pose, inhale. Sinking into the hips here. Reaching those arms up high, sink those hips a little lower. Shifting the weight into the heels, seeing if you can lift all 10 toes. Activate the thighs. One more deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen, exhale, flow. High slow plank. Meeting our downward facing dog. Right leg sweeps the sky. Exhale, step it through, warrior one. Left toes turn out, heel drops. Inhale, brings you up. Taking a moment here to set yourself up. Squaring the hips towards the front of the room, dropping the shoulders, plugging in. Beginning to cactus the arms, open the chest. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, open. Inhale to reach. Exhale to open, holding here. Squeezing the shoulder blades in towards one another. Release to find a bind. Inhale as you lift the gaze, open the heart. Exhale, fold. Finding humble warrior, bringing the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Breathing into the space. Gaze is towards the back foot. Opening the chest as you reach those arms a little higher. Releasing the bind. Planting that left hand onto the mat, twist open to the right. Keeping that bend in the right knee, hugging in towards the chest. Releasing right hand down, stepping the right foot back. Maybe you keep it lifted as you flow through. Meeting in our down dog. Inhale to gaze forward, exhale to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen, exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sinking the hips here. Bringing the hands together, heart center, twisting to the right. Hooking that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Palms are pressed in towards one another. Maybe you part the arms. Taking a little peek down, making sure those knees are staying together, not shifting over the toes. One more deep breath in. Slowly coming back through center, finding that chair pose. Exhale, fold. Heel toeing those feet to a hip width distance. Using your peace fingers around your big toes, take a deep breath in, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Maybe shaking your head yes, shaking it no. Allowing yourself to use the grip of your hands to fold a little deeper, maybe bringing a gentle bend into the knees. Reaching those hips up high. Inhale as you gently release, heel turn those feet to touch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sinking the hips here, reach a little higher. One more deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, flow, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg sweeps the sky. Exhale, step it through, warrior one, left side. Inhale brings you up. Sinking into the hips. Dropping those shoulders, plugging in. Begin to cactus the arms, open the chest. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to open, hold. Squeezing the elbows in towards one another. Release to find that bind. Taking a deep breath in, open the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold, humble warrior left side. Drawing that left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Reaching those hands up high, active in the lower body. One more deep breath. Exhale, releasing the hands to the mat. Right hand plants down, twisting open left side. Reaching that left arm high. Breathing here, focusing on hugging that left knee in towards the midline. Releasing that left hand down, flowing through your vinyasa, maybe left leg stays lifted as you flow through. Meeting that downward facing dog. Inhale to gaze forward, exhale to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen, exhale, fold. Find chair pose, inhale. Sinking into the hips here. Hands come through heart center, twisting left side. Hooking that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Active in the lower body, sink those hips a little lower. Breathe a little deeper as you press the palms in towards one another. Maybe you part the arms. One more deep breath in. Release through center chair pose. Exhale, fold, bringing the feet to a hip width distance. Stepping onto the palms this time. Toes move up towards the wrist creases. Taking a deep breath in, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Allowing a deeper bend into the knees. Reaching those hips up high. Shaking out the head, yes. Shaking it, no. Maybe one heel manages to lift off the mat. Maybe the opposite does. Maybe both do. Engage in the core. One more deep breath. Gently releasing the bind. Heel turn the feet to touch. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, folds. Inhale, sweep it up, palms to touch overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, hinge, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, flow, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Holding here for 5 deep breaths. Focusing on staying active. Active in the legs, the thighs, active in the arms as you press the mat away. Extending the lengthened spine. Allowing yourself to tune inwards, softening. One more deep breath. Inhale to reach that right leg high. Exhale, step it through between the hands, finding our high lunge. Allowing the inhale to bring you up. Sinking into the hips here as you lift through that left heel. Dropping the shoulders. Tilting the pelvis here, sinking down, knitting the lower ribs in. One more deep breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Sinking into that right knee, actively pressing the right knee towards the right pinky toe, sending it back. Dropping the shoulders. Softening that gaze over the right hand. Really engaging the lower body, working on our legs today. Flip the right palm, inhale, reverse the warrior. Breathing into the space. Bending a little deeper into that right knee. Inhale, warrior two. Sink a little deeper. Reverse the warrior. One deep breath here. Inhale, warrior two. Sink a little deeper. Flip the right palm, reverse the warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle, right elbow to right thigh. Maybe the right fingertips come just in front of that right foot. Or to the inside. Maybe the gaze goes up as you twist the heart open towards the sky. Breathing here. Not compromising, really engaging the low body. One more deep breath in. Beginning to strain through the right leg, finding triangle pose. Left hand goes directly up towards the ceiling. Right hand can come down to the ground, maybe to your ankle or your shin. Twisting that heart open towards the sky. Focusing on the breath, using it as your strength during each pose. Inhale to rise all the way up. Turning the toes to face the long edge of the mat. Inhale to reach the arms up high. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Releasing the hands to the mat. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, create length. Exhale, gently folding, crawling the hands beneath you, fingertips to face away. Bringing a gentle bend into the elbows as you draw chest to thighs. Release the crown of the head. Breathing here into the space, allowing the head to hang heavy. Inhale, gently to rise. Walking the hands back to the top of the mat. Feet to follow, stepping that left foot up about halfway. Preparing for our pyramid pose. Slowly allow yourself to rise. Bringing the feet to that hip width distance. Bring the hands to the hips. Actively squaring them to the front of the room. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Finding that point where your back becomes flat, parallel to the mat. Reaching the arms back here. Focusing on opening the chest. Reaching through those fingertips. Maybe having a little bend into that right knee if your hamstrings are screaming tonight. One more deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Allowing the hands to meet the mat. Releasing the crown of the head down. Actively pressing right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale gently to rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, begin to plant those hands directly in front of that right foot. Find standing splits, bending into the right knee as you lift that left leg off. Reaching through the left toes. Folding in towards that right knee. Active in the lifted leg, engage the glutes, lift a little higher. On your exhale, bending into your left knee, tucking it behind your right, sink into your squat. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower, holding here. Squeezing in. Releasing all the way down to the mat. Coming into our cow face pose. So right knee comes over on top of the left. Knees stacked on top of one another. Hugging the heels in close to the thighs. On an inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, extending forward, reach through the hips, extending through the spine. Releasing the hands down, folding over that right knee. Breathing into the right hip. Coming back to your center, coming back to that intention. Noticing as we move out of movement and into stillness, what begins to show up. Allowing yourself to feel, to experience sensation. Inhale gently to rise. Pointing your hands to the left side of your mat. You're going to come into a little twist here. So begin to twist as you press through the feet. You're going to be facing the back of your mat. Feet are open wide. Inhale to lift and lengthen your chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift. Begin to heel toe those feet to touch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Sweep those arms up high. Exhale, hands through heart center. Pivoting on the feet, stepping to the front of the mat. Nothing fancy there. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, hinge, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, flow, high slow plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg sweeps the sky. Exhale, step it through, high lunge. Inhale brings you up as you lift through that right heel. Sinking a little deeper into that left knee, dropping the shoulders, plug in. One more deep breath here. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Sinking into the hips. Dropping the shoulders. Actively pressing that left knee to the outside towards that left pinky toe. Creating space in the front body. Flip the left palm, inhale, reverse warrior. Breathing here. Bending a little deeper into that left knee. Inhale, warrior two. And reverse warrior, reach back. Inhale, warrior two. Flip the left palm, reverse the warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow to left thigh. Maybe the left fingertips meet the mat. Reaching through the right fingertips, twisting the heart open towards the sky. Maybe the gaze goes up. Breathing here into the space, active in the lower body. Begin to feel the shakes, breathing through it. Pushing through the edge. Beginning to straighten through the left leg. Right hand reaches directly up, finding triangle pose. Be lifting the gaze if that feels comfortable on the neck. Inhale, rising all the way up. Turning the toes towards the long edge of the mat. Bringing the hands to the hips this time. Pressing the elbows in towards one another as you open the chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hinge, fold. Keeping those hands on the hips. Maintaining length through the spine, opening the chest. One more deep breath here. Exhale, releasing the hands to the mat, folding forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Beginning to crawl your hands over towards the right foot. Reaching around the foot, maybe the ankle. On your exhale, folding nose to knee. Breathing here, creating space, actively opening into that left side. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale, walking it over towards the left foot, hugging in on the exhale. Inhale gently to come back through center. Walking the hands to the top of the mat, feet to follow. Stepping that right foot up about halfway. Preparing for our pyramid pose. You can rise all the way up as you actively bring your hands to your hips. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, hinge, folding forward, creating that nice flat spine. Holding here, opening the chest, begin to reach the arms back. Having a gentle bend into that left knee. Maybe the hips are screaming. One more deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Breathing here into the space. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale to create length. Exhale, fold. Planting the hands in front of that left foot, bending into the left knee as you reach that right foot up high. Standing splits. Breathing here, folding in towards that left knee. Engaging the right glute to lift that leg a little higher. Bring a bend into the left knee, tucking the right knee behind it, Shiva squat, sit in. Inhale to extend right leg high. Exhale, hug in. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, hug in, hold. Sinking a little lower. Releasing all the way down, coming into our cow face on the opposite side. Left knee over right, hugging the heels in close to the thighs. Inhale to reach the arms up high. Begin to extend the arms forward, reaching through the hips, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, folds. Breathing here into the left hip. Allowing the mind to soften. Inhale gently to rise. Planting the hands to the right side of the mat. Allowing yourself to twist up, facing the opposite side. Take a deep breath in, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift, growing tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift, heel toeing those feet to touch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up, palms to touch. Exhale, hands through heart center, making the way to the top of the mat. Big toes to touch. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, hinge, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, flow, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg sweeps the sky. On the exhale, stepping to the outside of the right hand, lizard pose. Staying active for a moment, begin to tuck that foot, that back foot back a little bit, sending it towards the end of the mat. Taking a deep breath in, opening the chest. On your exhale, dropping that left knee. Holding here for a moment. Maybe that right foot falls open to the blade edge, engaging the right foot, flexing the toes. Maybe dropping onto the forearms. Allowing yourself a moment to breathe. Send the breath into that right hip. Inhale gently to rise. Beginning to heel toe that right foot over to the opposite side of the mat. Pigeon pose, dropping in. If this isn't working for you tonight, you can take a reclined figure of four shape. Sinking in for a moment, take a deep inhale. On your next exhale, gently beginning to fold over that right knee. Actively flexing into the right foot. Softening in the jaw, softening all those muscles that surround the eyes. Allowing the shoulders to release down towards the mat. The upper body growing heavy. Inhale, gently beginning to rise. Making your way into your downward facing dog. Moving gently and mindfully, bringing any movement back to the body that feels good. And finding your stillness, inhale, sweep that left leg high. Exhale, stepping to the outside of the left hand. Shifting that right foot a little bit further towards the back of the mat. And then gently releasing right knee down. Flexing into the left toes, maybe that left knee falls open. And when you're ready, if you wish to make your way onto your forearms, you can. Breathing here, resisting the urge to bring movement into the pose. Breathing into that left hip, releasing the tension with each exhale. Inhale gently to rise. Beginning to heel toe that left foot over towards the right side, finding your pigeon on the opposite side. Flexing into the left toes, taking a moment as you settle in, taking a deep breath in. Exhale, gently folding. Noticing how one side might feel completely different to the other. Inhale gently to rise. Shifting your weight onto your left hip, extending both legs out long in front of you. Maybe shaking your legs a little bit, rocking them from side to side, releasing in the hips. And then finding your way into stillness, removing those juicy bits, getting the seat bones grounded, flexing the toes. Inhale to reach up high. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Releasing the crown of the head down, extending that stretch through the entire back body. Inhale gently to rise. Bringing those feet out wide, preparing for a wide straddle pose. Steady those legs out, flexing through the toes. On an inhale, reach up high. On your exhale, extending through the fingertips, reaching forward, hinging at the hips. Holding here, allowing each exhale to release you a little lower. One more deep breath in, reach a little further. And exhale, releasing down. You can bring your hands to the mat, maybe reaching for the feet. Maintaining the flex in the toes, allowing yourself to fold forward. Inhale gently to rise. Bringing a bend back into the knees, bring those into feet back onto the mat. Keeping a bend in the knees, reaching the arms out long in front of you, creating a C curve in the spine, and gently releasing all the way onto your backs. And hugging the knees in towards the chest when you get there. A little rock and roll from side to side, maybe drawing some circles with the knees, releasing the lower back. And then releasing those feet to touch the mat, keeping the bend in the knees, preparing for our bridge pose, arms release alongside. On your next inhale, pressing the hips up high. Maybe you hold here, maybe you find the bind beneath the lower back, clasping the hands as you walk the shoulder blades in towards the spine. Focusing on maintaining space between chin and chest. Inhale as you reach those hips a little higher. Exhale, release to come down. Inhale to lift those hips up high again. Finding that bind, walking those shoulder blades in, maybe rising onto the tiptoes this time. Engaging the glutes. Squeezing the inner thighs towards one another. Inhale, reach those hips a little higher. Exhale, release to come down. Taking one more bridge or wheel pose. Wheel pose, planting the hands above the shoulders, fingertips facing inwards, pressing into hands and feet at the same time as you lift the hips up high. Holding here for 3 deep breaths. Breathing into the belly wherever you choose to be tonight. And gently tucking chin to chest, releasing onto the back. Walking the feet to the outer edge of the mat, allowing the knees to fall in one at a time. Windshield wiping from side to side. And gently breathing those knees back in towards the chest, extending the feet up towards the ceiling, flexing the toes, tiny bit of core work. Releasing the arms alongside, maybe beneath the hips. Releasing the feet 30. 30 more. 30 to a hover, lift the gaze, reach the fingertips long, trying to reach those toes, beginning to kick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep holding, reach through the heels. Extending right leg up towards the ceiling. Begin to switch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug in. Release from side to side. Turning this into an inversion of your choice. Whatever you might be working on, shoulder stand, handstand, headstand. Maybe just legs up the wall tonight feels good for you. Allowing yourself a few moments here to play. And if you've come into your shoulder stand, maybe finding plow, allowing the toes to drop overhead. Being mindful of the neck. Taking a few more moments to play. And gently, when you're ready, releasing onto your backs. And hugging the knees in towards the chest. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. On the exhale, releasing the knees to the left side, extending the arms out wide, gazing over the right shoulder. Finding our supine twist. Breathing here. Allowing yourself to release, relax. Inhale to bring it back through center. On the exhale, allow the knees to drop over to the right side. Gazing over the left shoulder. Inhale to gently come back through center, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Engaging all the muscles in the body as you bring the forehead up towards the knees, squeezing in, giving your body a huge hug. And on the exhale, beginning to rock and roll into a seated position. Grabbing hold of that bolster or pillow. You're going to bring it long ways, lengthways, just behind the low back. And two options tonight. Maybe you find a reclined butterfly, bringing the soles of the feet together. If this just feels too uncomfortable for you, you can extend the legs out long. And when you're ready, gently releasing your back onto your bolster. Allowing yourself to extend the arms out wide. Breathing into the belly, expanding into the chest. Begin to close the eyes. Allowing yourself to begin to settle. Your heart rate beginning to slow. The breath returning to its natural pace. Feeling the support of the bolster beneath you. The comfort. Allowing yourself for the next couple of moments to surrender into this space, dissolving into the bliss that is Shavasana.